Alright, thank you for watching. Let's find out what the Quran actually says. Surat al-Hajj, the pilgrimage. O mankind, fear your Lord and be dutiful to him. Verily, the earthquake of the hour is a terrible thing. The day you shall see it, every nursing mother will forget her nursling, and every pregnant one will drop her load. And you shall see mankind as in a drunken state, yet they will not be drunken, but severe will be the torment of Allah. And among mankind is he who disputes concerning Allah without knowledge and follows every rebellious shaitan. For him it is decreed that whosoever follows him, he will mislead him, and will drive him to the torment of the fire. The pilgrimage. O you people, fear your Lord. Surely the shaking of the hour is a great thing. A day you see it, every nursing will become shocked of what she had nursed, and everyone who is pregnant will deliver what she is carrying, and you will see the people drunk, and they are not drunk. But the torment of Allah is severe, and some of the people who dispute about Allah without knowledge, and follow every rebellious Satan, it is prescribed against him. Whoever takes him for a friend, so he will lead him astray, and he will guide him to the torment of the blaze. Okay, from here to 25. Five. O mankind, if you are in doubt about the resurrection, then verily we have created you from dust, then from a nutfa, then from a clot, then from a little lump of flesh, some formed and some unformed, that we may make it clear to you. And we cause whom we will to remain in the womb for an appointed term. Then we bring you out as infants, then, that you may reach your age of full strength. And among you there is he who dies, and among you there is he who is brought back to the miserable old age, so that he knows nothing after having known. And you see the earth barren, but when we send down water on it, it is stirred, and it swells and puts forth every lovely kind. That is because Allah, He is the truth, and it is He who gives life to the dead. And it is He who is able to do all things. And surely the hour is coming. There is no doubt about it, and certainly Allah will resurrect those who are in the graves. And among men is he who disputes about Allah without knowledge or guidance, or a book giving light, bending his neck in pride, and leading, too, astray from the path of Allah. For him there is disgrace in the worldly life, and on the day of resurrection we shall make him taste the torment of burning. That is because of what your hands have sent forth, and verily, Allah is not unjust to slaves. And among mankind is he who worships Allah, as it were, upon the edge. If good befalls him, he is content therewith, but if a trial befalls him, he turns back on his face. He loses both this world and the hereafter. That is the evident loss. He calls besides Allah unto that which can neither harm him nor profit him. That is straying far away. He calls unto him whose harm is nearer than his profit, certainly an evil, and certainly an evil friend. Truly Allah will admit those who believe and do righteous good deeds to gardens underneath which rivers flow. Verily Allah does what he wills. Whoever thinks that Allah will not help him in this world and in the hereafter, let him stretch out a rope to the ceiling, and let him strangle himself. Then let him see whether his plan will remove that whereat he rages. Thus have we sent it down, as clear signs, evidences, and proofs, and surely Allah guides whom He wills. Verily, those who believe, and those who are Jews, and the Sabians, and the Christians, and the Majus, and those who worship others besides Allah, truly Allah will judge between them on the day of resurrection. Verily, Allah is over all things a witness. See you not that whoever is in the heavens, and whoever is on the earth, and the sun, and the moon, and the stars, and the mountains, and the trees, and many of mankind prostrate themselves to Allah, but there are many on whom the punishment is justified, and whomsoever Allah disgraces, none can honor him. Verily, Allah does what He wills. These two opponents dispute with each other about their Lord. Then, as for those who disbelieved, garments of fire will be cut out for them, boiling water will be poured down over their heads. With it will melt what is within their bellies, as well as skins. And for them are hooked rods of iron. Every time they seek to get away therefrom, from anguish, they will be driven back therein, and said to them, Taste the torment of burning. Truly Allah will admit those who believe and do righteous good deeds to gardens underneath which rivers flow, wherein they will be adorned with bracelets of gold and pearls, and their garments therein will be of silk. And they are guided unto goodly speech, and they are guided in the path of Him who is worthy of all praises. Verily, those who disbelieved and hinder from the path of Allah, and have, at which we have made to men the dweller in it, and the visitor from the country are equal there, and whoever inclines to evil actions therein, or to do wrong, him we shall cause to taste from a painful torment. 5. O you people, if you were in doubt of the resurrection, so surely we created you from dirt, then from nutfah, then from a clot, then pieces of flesh created and uncreated to show you. And we cause whom we will to remain in the wombs for an appointed time. Then we will bring you forth as infants, then permit you to reach the age of strength, and some of you will die, and some of you will be given back to the worst stage, so they will not know after knowledge anything. And you have seen the earth barren, so when we send down water on it, it stirs and swells and grows, every kind of beautiful pear. This is because Allah is a truth, and He will give life to the dead, and He has might over everything, and that the hour is coming, no doubt about it, and that Allah will raise up who are in the tombs, and among the people are those who dispute about Allah without knowledge or guidance or an enlightening book, turning aside to mislead others from the way of Allah. In the world He will have disgrace, and on the resurrection day we will make him taste the torment of the fire. This is because of what your hand has advanced, and surely Allah is not unjust to the servants. And some of the people who serve Allah on the edge, so if good falls on him, he is confident in it, and if sedition comes on him, he turns his face. He lost this world and the hereafter. This is the clear loss. He calls on without Allah, which can neither hurt him nor profit him. This is the far error. He calls on him whose harm is closer than his profit. Wretched is the Lord. Wretched is the associate. Surely Allah will admit those who believed and did good deeds into gardens. Below them the rivers flow. Surely Allah does what He wants. Whoever was thinking that Allah will not help him in this world and in the hereafter, so let him stretch a rope to the heaven, then let him cut it off. So he will see if he can remove that which enrages him. And likewise, we send it down, clear verses, and surely Allah guides whom He wants. Surely those who believed, and those who are Jews, and the Sabians, and the Nasara, and the Magians, and those who are polytheists, surely Allah will separate between them on the resurrection day. Surely Allah is a witness of all things. Have you not seen that who is in the heavens and who is on the earth, and the sun, and the moon, and the stars, and the mountains, and the trees, and the creatures, and many of the people worship Allah, and many the torment is established against him. And whomever Allah humiliates, so He will not have anyone to give him honor. Surely Allah does what He wills. These are two debaters who dispute concerning their Lord. So those who became infidels, garments of fire will be cut out for them. Above their heads the Haman will be poured. So it will melt what is in their bellies and their skin. And there are whips of iron for them. Whenever they wanted to get out from it the gloom, from gloom, they were brought back to it, and taste the torment of the fire. Surely Allah will admit those who believed and did good deeds into gardens. Below them the rivers flow. They will be adorned in it with golden bracelets and with pearls, and their clothes in it are silk, and they are guided to the good of the speech, and they are guided to the praised way. Surely those who became infidels and prevent from the way of Allah and from the forbidden mosque, which we have appointed to the people alike, for those who dwell in it, and for the stranger, and those who desire to profane it unjustly, we will cause them to taste a painful torment. "26. And when we showed Ibrahim the sight of the house, associate not anything with me, and sanctify my house for those who circumambulate it, and those who stand up, and those who bow, and make prostration, and proclaim to mankind the Hajj. They will come to you on foot, and on every lean camel. They will come from every deep and distant mountain, highway, that they may witness things that are of benefit to them, and mention the name of Allah on the appointed days, over the beast of cattle that He has provided for them. Then eat thereof, and feed therewith the poor having a hard time. Then let them complete their prescribed duties, and perform their vows, and circumambulate the ancient house. That, and whoever honors the sacred things of Allah, then that is better for him with his Lord. The cattle are lawful to you, except those mentioned to you. So shun the abomination of idle, and shun lying speech. "26. And when we showed Abraham the place of the house, that you will not partner anything with me, and purify my house to those who march around, and to those who stand or kneel in worship, and proclaim the pilgrimage to the people. They will come to you on foot, and on every lean mount, arriving by deep waterway. By every deep way, to bear witness of its benefits to them, and may remember Allah's name on known days for what He provided them from the bahima, footnote A, animals, non-Arabic word of Hebrew origin, of the livestock, so eat from it, and feed the despondent, the poor. Then let them complete the prescribed duties for them, and perform their vows, and march around the Atik, footnote B, ancient, non-Arabic word of Aramaic origin, house. That, and he who honors the forbidden ordinances of Allah. So it is good for him with his Lord, and the livestock is lawful for you, except those already specified to you. So avoid the uncleanness of the idols, and avoid the zur, footnote C, falsehood, non-Arabic word of probable Middle Persian origin. Speech. 31 to 35. All right, 31. Hanufa Lila. Some more transliterated words. Not associating partners unto him, and whoever assigns partners to Allah, it is as if he had fallen from the sky, and the birds had snatched him, or the wind had thrown him to a far place. Thus it is, and whosoever honors the symbols of Allah, then it is truly from the piety of the hearts. In them are benefits for you for an appointed term, and afterwards they are brought for sacrifice unto the ancient house. And for every nation we have appointed religious ceremonies, that they may mention the name of Allah over the beasts of cattle, that he has given them for food, and your is one, so you must submit to him alone, and give glad tidings to the whose hearts are filled with fear when Allah is mentioned, and who perform, and who spend out of what we have provided them. Alright. 31. Hanifa, footnote D, word without meaning, to Allah, and do not partner with him. And whoever partners with Allah, so it is like one falling down from the heavens. So the bird will snatch him, or the wind will carry him off to a far distant place. That, and whoever honors the rights of Allah, so surely it is of the piety of the hearts. You have in them benefits until a fixed time, and then its place is the ancient house. And to every nation we have appointed religious ceremonies, so that they may remember the name of Allah over the beasts of livestock which he has provided them. So your God is one God, so be Muslim to him, and give the good news to the humble. Let's see, those, when Allah's name is mentioned, their hearts tremble, and the patient about whatever falls on them, and the performers of the prayer, and they spend from what we provided them. 36. And we have made them for you as among the symbols of Allah, wherein we have much good. So mention the name of Allah over them when they are drawn up in lines. Then when they are down on their sides, eat thereof and feed the poor, who does not ask, and the beggar who asks. Thus have we made them subject to you, that you may be grateful. It is neither their meat nor their blood that reaches Allah, but it is piety from you that reaches him. Thus have we made them subject to you, that you may magnify Allah for his guidance to you, and give glad tidings. Truly Allah defends those who believe. Verily Allah likes not any treacherous ingrate. To Allah, permission to fight is given to those who are fought against, because they have been wronged, and surely Allah is able to give them victory. Let's see, 36. And the camels we have made for you for the sacrifice to Allah. You have good in them. So mention the name of Allah over them as they stand in a row, so that when they fall over on their sides, so eat from them and feed the content and the beggar. Likewise, we made them subservient to you. Perhaps you will give thanks. Allah will not receive their meat or their blood, but he will receive the piety from you. Likewise, he has made it subservient to you, so that you might magnify Allah for his guidance and give the good news to the doers of good. Surely Allah defends those who believed. Surely Allah does not love any traitor, infidel. Permission is given to those who engage in war because they were wronged, and surely Allah is capable of helping them. Those who have been expelled from their homes unjustly, only because they said, "Our Lord is Allah." For had it not been that Allah checks one set of people by means of another, monasteries, churches, synagogues, and mosques, wherein the name of Allah is mentioned, much would surely have been pulled down. Verily, Allah will help those who help His. Truly, Allah is all-strong, almighty. Those who, if we give them power in the land, enjoin to pay and they enjoin and forbid, and with Allah rests the end of matters. And if they belie you, so they did belie before them, the people of Nuh, Ad, and Tamud, and the people of Ibrahim, and the people of Lut, and the dwellers of Midian, and belied was Musa. But I granted respite to the disbelievers for a while. Then I seized them, and how was my punishment? And many a township did we destroy while it was given to wrongdoing, so that it lies in ruins, and a deserted well and lofty castle. Have they not traveled through the land, and have they hearts wherewith to understand, and ears wherewith to hear? Verily, it is not the eyes that grow blind, but it is the hearts which are in the beasts that grow blind. Okay. 40. Those who have been driven from their homes unjustly, except they said, "Our Lord is Allah." And were it not that Allah had repelled some people by others, Sawami, footnote B, there's a footnote A that I missed. There's footnote A. Oh, no. Okay, Sawami, cloisters, non-Arabic word of Ethiopian origin. And Bia, C, churches, non-Arabic word of Syriac origin. And Salawat, D, synagogues, non-Arabic word of Syriac origin. And mosques, in which the name of Allah is ever remembered, would surely have been destroyed. And indeed, Allah will help those who help Him. Surely Allah is strong, dear. Those who, if we established them on the earth, performed the prayer, and brought the legal alms, and commanded what is right, and forbade from the evil, and to Allah the end of the affairs. And if they deny you, so indeed before them the people of Noah and Ad and Tamud denied, and the people of Abraham and the people of Lot, and the companions of Midian, and Moses was denied. So I delayed to the infidels, then I seized them. So how was my reputation? So how many a village we destroyed when it was unjust? So it became empty on its trellises, and its wells have been abandoned, and its lofty castles. Have they not walked on the earth? So it will be to them, hearts to understand, and with or ears to hear with. So surely it will not blind the eyes, but it will blind the hearts, which is in the chests. 47 to 51. Where did the bookmark go? Oh, there it is. 47. And they ask you to hasten on the torment, and Allah fails not His promise. And verily a day with your Lord is as 1,000 years of what you reckon. And many a township did I give respite while it was given to wrongdoing. Then I seized it, and to me is the return. Say, O mankind, I am to you only as a plain warner. So those who believe and do righteous good deeds, for them is forgiveness, but those who strive against to frustrate them, they will be dwellers of the hellfire. So 47. And they hasten you with the torment, and Allah will not change his promise. And surely one day with your Lord is like 1,000 years of what you count. And how many a village have I delayed to it, and it was unjust. Then I seized it, and the final return is to me. Say, O you people, surely I am only a plain warner to you. So those who believed and did good deeds, they have forgiveness and a generous provision. And those who strove to hinder our verses, they are the companions of hell. 15. Been reading half an hour now. Alright. 52. Never did we send a messenger or a prophet before you, but when he did recite the revelation, or narrated or spoke, Shaitan threw in it. But Allah abolishes that which Satan throws in. Then Allah establishes his revelations, and Allah is all-knower, all-wise, that he may make what is thrown in by Shaitan a trial for those in whose hearts is a disease, and whose hearts are hardened, and certainly the are in an opposition far off. And those who have been given knowledge may know that it is a truth from your Lord, so that they may believe therein, and their hearts may submit to it with humility. And verily Allah is the guide of those who believe to the straight path. And those who disbelieved will not cease to be in doubt about it, until the hour comes suddenly upon them, or there comes to them the torment of the day, after which there will be no night. The sovereignty on that day will be that of Allah. He will judge between them. So those who believed and did righteous good deeds will be in gardens of delight. And those who disbelieved and belied our verses, for them will be a humiliating torment. (52) And we did not send before you any messenger, nor prophet, except that when he wishes, Satan casts in his wishes. So Allah abrogates what Satan casts. Then Allah fixed his verses, and Allah is knowing, wise. So he made what Satan casts a sedition to those who have sickness in their hearts, and those who their hearts are hardened, and surely the unjust are in far opposition. And so that those who have been given the knowledge know that it is the truth from your Lord, so they believe in it, and their hearts may be humble to it, and surely Allah will guide those who believed in a straight way, and still those who became infidels in doubt of it, until the hour comes to them suddenly, or the torment will come on them on a barren day. The kingdom of that day is to Allah. He will judge between them. So those who believed and did good deeds are in the garden of bliss, and those who became infidels or denied our verses, so those will have a disgraceful torment. I wonder, is there a hadith or a tafsir that helps us understand what was going on with these verses? If you know of one, put it in the comments with a reference to which chapter, verse, which volume, and all that stuff, so people can fact check you if they want. Alright. 64. 58. Those who emigrated in the cause of Allah, and after that were killed or died, surely Allah will provide a good provision for them. And verily, it is Allah who indeed is the best of those who make provision. Truly, He will make them enter an entrance, with which they shall be well pleased. And verily, Allah indeed is all-knowing, most forbearing. That is so, and whoever has retaliated with the like of that which he was made to suffer, and then has again been wronged, Allah will surely help him. Verily, Allah indeed is oft pardoning, oft forgiving. That is because Allah merges the night into the day, and He merges the day into the night. And verily, Allah is all-hearer, all-seer. That is because Allah, He is the truth. And what they invoke besides Him, it is, and verily, Allah, He is the Most High, the Most Great. See you not that Allah sends down water from the sky, and then the earth becomes green? Verily, Allah is the most kind and courteous, well acquainted with all things. To Him belongs all that is in the heavens, and all that is on the earth. And verily, Allah, He is rich, worthy of all praise. "58. And those who emigrated for the sake of Allah, then were killed or died, Allah will surely provide for them an excellent provision. And surely Allah is the best of the providers. He will admit them an entrance, which will please them. And surely Allah is knowing, forbearing. That, and whoever punishes like what he was punished with, then he was oppressed, Allah will help him. Surely Allah is pardoning, forgiving. That is because Allah penetrates the night into the day, and penetrates the day into the night. And that Allah is hearing, seeing. That is because Allah is the truth. And that what they call on other than Him is the vanity. And surely Allah is the high, the big. Do you not see that Allah sends down water from the heavens, so the earth becomes green? Surely Allah is kind, aware. To Him what is in the heavens and what is on the earth. And surely Allah is the rich, the praised." Alright, we're on the last page. I will fit it all into this episode. Alright, so 65 to 70. I should say fit it all into this memory card. 65. See you not that Allah has subjected to you all that is on the earth, and the ships that sail through the sea by His command? He withholds the heaven from falling on the earth, except by His leave. Verily, Allah is, for mankind, full of kindness, most merciful. It is He who gave you life, and then will cause you to die, and will again give you life. Verily, man is indeed an ingrate. For every nation we have ordained religious ceremonies, which they must follow. So let them not dispute with you on the matter, but invite them to your Lord. Verily, you indeed are on the straight guidance. And if they argue with you, say, Allah knows best of what you do. Allah will judge between you on the day of resurrection, about that wherein you used to differ. Know you not that Allah knows all that is in the heaven and on the earth? Verily, it is in the book. Verily, that is easy for Allah. Let's see, 65. Do you not see that Allah has made subservient to you what is on the earth, and the ships run in the sea with His command? And He holds the heavens so that it will not fall on the earth, except with His permission. Surely Allah is with the people, compassionate, merciful, and He is who has given you life, then will cause you to die, then will give you life. Surely the human is an infidel. To every nation we have appointed religious ceremonies that they observe. So do not let them dispute with you in the affair, and call on your Lord. Surely you are on a straight guidance. And if they dispute with you, say, Allah knows best what you are doing. Allah will judge between you on the resurrection day about what you were differing. Do you not know that Allah knows what is in the heaven and the earth? Surely that is in a book. Surely that is easy for Allah. Alright, into 76. And they worship besides Allah others, for which He has sent down no authority, and of which they have no knowledge, and for there is no helper. And when our clear verses are recited to them, you will notice a denial on the faces of the disbelievers. They are nearly ready to attack with violence those who recite our verses to them. Say, shall I tell you of something worse than that? The fire which Allah has promised to those who disbelieved. And worse indeed is that destination. O mankind, a similitude has been coined, so listen to it. Verily, those on whom you call besides Allah cannot create a fly, even though they combine together for the purpose. And if the fly snatches away a thing from them, they will have no power to release it from the fly. So weak are the seeker and the sought. They have not estimated Allah, His rightful estimate. Verily, Allah is all-strong, almighty. Allah chooses messengers from angels and from men. Verily, Allah is all-hearer, all-seer. He knows what is before them and what is behind them, and to Allah return all matters. And they are serving without Allah what He did not send down with authority, and what they did not have the knowledge of, and the unjust have no helper. And when our clear verses are recited to them, you will know the disgraceful deed in the faces of those who became infidels. They will almost attack those who recite to them our verses. Say, I will inform you about evil from the fire. The fire. Allah promises it to those who became infidels, and evil is the final place. O you people, a parable is set for you, so listen to it. Surely those whom you call on without Allah, they cannot create flies even if they were gathered to it. And if the flies snatch something from them, they cannot rescue it from them. Weak is the seeker and the sought. They did not value Allah His true value. Surely Allah is strong, dear. Allah chooses messengers from the angels and from the people. Surely Allah is hearing and seeing. He knows what is between their hands and what is behind them, and all the affairs will return to Allah. Okay. I am doubtful and very skeptical that people were annoyed just because they heard somebody quoting the Quran or praising Allah. Now, if those words made them think of other things like violence being committed by people who said those words, or the other verses in the Quran that call them the worst of creatures, that's a more believable story than they just heard people praising Allah and were mad about it, ready to attack. 77. O you who have believed, bow down and prostrate yourselves and worship your Lord, and do that you may be successful, and strive hard in Allah's cause, as you ought to strive. He has chosen you, and has not laid upon you in religion any hardship. It is the religion of your father, Ibrahim. It is he who has named you Muslims both before and in this, that the messenger may be a witness over you, and you may be witnesses over mankind. So perform, give, and hold fast to Allah. He is what an excellent helper. Alright. 77. O you who have believed, kneel and worship and serve your Lord, and do good, perhaps you will prosper. And perform jihad in Allah, His true jihad. He elected you, and He did not place on you any hardship in the religion of your father Abraham. He has named you the Muslims before and in this, that the messengers may be a witness against you, and that you may be witnesses against the people. So perform the prayer and bring the legal alms and hold fast to Allah. He is your protector. So blessed is the protector, and blessed is the helper. Alright. Thanks for watching that episode. We've got about 15 minutes to spare. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to fit it all into one memory card, because it's hard to predict only on how many ayah there are. Because some surah have a large number of long ayah, and some surah have a large number of small ayah. And the previous surah took a while. I got it all on one memory card, but it came close to filling it up. Close enough to filling it up that it made me uncertain about whether this would do the same. Thanks for watching. You now know what the Quran actually says. And there are some people in the world who can't say that, huh? You have a good day.